We have recently had a couple of tours go by where we've seen the international sides stake their claim against the smaller club unions, namely for this year 2013 the Lions tour was a big one, and also the French, who we see today, were also in the action playing the Blues earlier on in their tour, but now it is one off what if. And obviously you guys like to see the club versus country thing. It's popular, and that's what the series is all about, where you choose what you want to see, and today it is the Crusaders versus France. Good evening to you all, and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge, where you get to see what you want here on One Off What If. And today it is a request for iDubflex HD, who wanted to see the Crusaders come up against the French. So for these two squads, we've gone with what's similar to what we see them put out this year of 2013 in the most recent tour and during the Super 15 for the two sides respectively. So the Crusaders first. This is their fourth match. They are a fairly popular side. They are an iconic team, and at the moment they are running with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. So they'll be looking to add another W to that column and get themselves up where they belong as one of the top sides in the series, as they have been throughout history. Up against them though is the French, and we say it every time, you just don't know what these guys are going to throw up. They have the potential to be so good on any given day, and as they make their debut here today in their first match of the series, they come up against the Crusaders. And well, they got run close by the Blues when we covered that series. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. But the Crusaders, they're a whole different kettle of fish here, and it's going to be an interesting match to see. This is as good as a French side as you could get at the moment. The big names are there, the Dusatoirs, the Michelacs, they're all there, Picamoles, you name it. Fritz and Fofana, they're also great talents. And it's going to be a cracking match if the weather stays nice. She's pretty overcast at the moment, but heading into the match now, we shall see how she gets on. If she stays dry, it'll be good. The Crusaders are going to kick off. In the red, the Crusaders, as Carter puts it on his left boot, way out, France in the blue, and Ellis has picked up an early quick ball, and Reid, what a start that could have been. It's an early turnover for France, and Fruin is in some trouble here. This is first phase play in the match. And Fruin, is he going to see some time? He is. He is gone. 10 minutes in the bin for Robbie Fruin. And boy, what a start. The Crusaders just about bust them in half and scored down the left-hand wing. And then just a little turnover. And then the penalty. Well, what a start. Match has had it all, and it's only a few minutes old. The French have the line out on the 10-metre line. Here's Suzuki. He'll throw it in. The Crusaders on the defensive early. He goes to the back over the top of the Crusaders jumper. It was Todd. And they've turned it over too, so Todd quick into the action. Ellis has got it. He goes to the right. Carter, big pass in the tackle. Crotty. Here's Marshall. Marshall away on the right by himself. Fends away. A brilliant fend to give it to Huget. He fends him off with such ease, and it's slow ball here. Both sides, no support, and in the end it comes. Dusatoir gives it to Suzuki. There's a good ball out for Sampson, who takes it to ground. But the Crusaders, they're so fast to the ball. And they've turned it back over. Franks gets the pass from Reid. They swing it to the left. Whitelock, Guildford, look at these passes. Quick as you like. Crotty all alone on the left, and he takes it to ground. 10-metre line. Crusaders going sideways, but both sides having a dab at the ball here. Off the back goes Whitelock. Gets rid of one. A sweeping fend. Throws it out the back door. Picked up from France. And away goes Fritz. Just about hung on by his shirt. And turned over instantly. And straight away, it's to Whitelock. Another great fend. Another poor pass. Tom Marshall can't pick it up. Brilliantly picked up from Huget. Now here's a chance. It's Dag on Huget. Great tackle from Dag. Just a few metres short. Then digs in. Turns it over. Here's a big pass to Crotty, who puts the ball onto his boot. And what a great kick from Ryan Crotty. That is class. On the back foot. Boy, he just thumped it. and a pinpoint accurate kick right on the touchline. And the Crusaders, you almost forgot that they lost Robbie Fruin, but now he's back. Line out for Suzuki here. On the 10-metre line again. Great recovery. Israel Dag. Oh, what a turnover. Whitelock in the line out. And Fruin. Back on the field. And knocks it on. First touch. Wow. 2 plays. Fruin. A high tackle, getting him a yellow card. And then off the turned over line out. Knock on. Disappointing start for the big centre. And France have the ball for the scrum through Machino. And a huge hit from the Crusaders front row. They have such a talent in that pack. And Ellis has it at the back. He looks to ignite his backs. Crotty takes the tackle and gives it to Guildford. Way out on the left all by himself. Gets rid of one man. Great fend off getting rid of Plonter. And he takes it to ground. Good tackle, the defence converging around him. Covering across from the middle of the field. Ellis still has it though. He gives it to Romano. Great fend off from Muss. And away he goes. A few more metres for him. Here we go, Ellis again. Inside ball for Franks. The big prop was running hard down the centre of the paddock. And he takes it to ground on the 22. Ellis changes his mind. Todd changes his mind. Todd goes straight through the middle. Can he pop it up? No. He had arranging a couple of players. Here's Crockett. He'll go himself. He gets a good tackle from Suzuki and he goes nowhere. Great defence. Whitelock will have another go. He gets a tackle. There's heaps of space out here. Ellis, someone has to score. Whoa, what a tackle on Ellis. And Todd has to go back and clean up because Ellis spills the ball in the tackle and back they go 20 metres. Franks pops it up for Crotty. Does a bad pass. Flynn stepping on the inside. This is great attacking football here from the Crusaders. Half an hour gone. Reed at the back. Way to the right he goes. Here's Carter. What can he set up? Nothing. It's a shocking pass from Carter. Everyone is having the wobbles here for the Crusaders. Still here for them though. Ellis. Way to Sam Whitelock. Through the middle goes Whitelock. And he gives centre field. 15 out. Ellis goes himself into the tackle of Orgrado. And he goes to ground. Passing in the tackle. The Crusaders are doing that very well. Keeping it to the same players here. Whitelock again. Passed over the top. Throw in. Marshall. Boy, oh boy, can the Crusaders finish something off. This is so uncharacteristic of them. Reed again. Short ball to Crockett. He just goes crashing into the tackles. And again, support is right there. Way to the right now. Carter switching it to the left as far as he can. Guildford gets rid of one. Guildford looks to get rid of second. No, gets it to Todd. Todd is in. He's just twinkle toes in from the touchline and he's done the job. Finally the Crusaders get over. That was just about agonising to watch. The attack was just hammering away at the French line and they got rid of Huget pretty easily, but the covering tackle from Fofana, and Mendrad was there too. Carter seen the space, went over there, got hit by Fritz. And then, it was just about great defence from the French though. You have to give them credit. They hung on for a long time. It was hammering attack. It was relentless and it was heavy. But finally it broke and the Crusaders hit the lead. Here's Carter's kick. You think back to that time. It's half time. Wow. That is a remarkable half of rugby. Such domination from the Crusaders, but a brick wall has kept them out for 90% of the half. But like I was saying, you think back, the French hit hard at the Crusaders line for a couple of minutes, but then they quickly turned it over and Crotty clearing the kick with great confidence in the kick, and it really showed. Got them way downfield, turnover line out, and the rest is history. But boy, they were knocking at the door for a long time for the rest of that half, the Crusaders. They lead 7-0, and France, well, you have to say they don't look like they're in this match, but only 7-0 down. There is nothing impossible about the French getting back into this match. Obvious things, they need more ball. They need more territory. And that is pretty much it. They've been good. The discipline has been good from the French. All that defence and not one penalty high tackle. Unlike the Crusaders, who Robbie Fruin is having a shocker. We still have 40 minutes of action for you though, with the French facing off against the Crusaders. And with the score at just 7-0, well, anything's possible. France though, looking to get their series off to a winning start on their debut here on One Off What If. Now back, ball in hand for Michalak, who has not seen any ball at all. French have been starved for possession as Michalak kicks off. France still in the blue, Crusaders in the red as Whitelock gets the ball and knocks it on. Straight away now a chance for the French. Picamol's, oh, poor pass out the back door, but it's picked up beautifully from Mas, and he gets smacked. Big shoulder charge from Flynn, and see you later, Flynn. He is gone. Well, that is a real meathead thing to do. Corey Flynn, you need to use your brain, son, because that was bad. The man was on the ground and, oh, he gets up and gives him the stiff arm. And Michalak will have no complaints about this easy three-pointer. The Crusaders will face another 10 minutes with only 14 men. And earlier we've seen this. They struggled to contain France. And if we have another 10 minutes like that, this game could get interesting. So 7-3. Michalak nails the penalty, no worries about that. It's almost a formality. And Carter puts it to the boot, kicks the game back underway. He goes way deep down to the left side for the French, and no, would you believe it? Now France have made the mistake from Huget. It was well taken from the kickoff, but first contact there from Fruin, and he just popped it out. And straight away, the pressure built from the French has gone in a big bubble. It has popped, and it is all gone, and now the Crusaders, despite being only with 14 men, oh, a great hit, and Robbie Fruin packing at hooker. Remarkable. They have won the scrum. Here's Crotty. Big pass for Guildford. He's going to test his pace as Guildford, and he'll get over on the left side. Too much speed for Plonter. And the Crusaders hit back with 5. Despite the fact of only having 14 men, a centre playing and hooking at the front row. And look at Guildford, he backed his pace. He knew he had plenty of field to play with, and it was a foot race between him and Plonter. And he made no mistake of it. Backed himself. And he got the job done, Zach Guildford. Now chance for Carter to add 2 more. Another pretty difficult kick for him. But given the situation of the match, it's a crucial 2 points. Here it comes, way out on the left. 4 metres in from touch. Daniel Carter. Too easy. The man is a legend. He slots the 2, and it's 14-3. The Crusaders lead the French. And this is the fear with France. You don't know what you're going to get. They have half an hour to reply. And George Whitelock takes the ball off the back, gives it to Marshall, who's had very little to do today. And he takes it to tackle into ground, and a ruck forms. And a ruck forms well for the French, who counter ruck. Turn it over. Nicely off from Mendra. They counter straight out to the right. Here's Plonter looking for revenge. And he does a good job, briefly fleeing it up for Maestri. Around the back he goes. This is great attacking from France. Here comes, oh, that's a great try from Oregrado. It looked inevitable for France. They looked so good then. And that is what the French do. Oregrado, great try, but it just looked like it was always going to happen. Domingo and Mas. And then finally freeing that last pass to Oregrado. Maestri, it just was never going to die, that play. And in the end, he had too much pace. Guildford, a bit tame on defence, you have to say. And the French, well, they've had sparks of brilliance, but this time they've exploded and got themselves a try, which makes this match a little more interesting. Michalak's kick is sweetly timed straight through the middle. And we have game on, 14-10. France haven't played much rugby, but they find themselves right in this match. As Corey Flynn, well, comes back really at the same situation that started when he left. 4 points the difference. As Carter kicks off deep, way down into the 22. Marshall chasing hard and hits the man heavily. Here's Flynn straight back into the defence, but nicely broken from Sampson. He steps inside, looking away from his support, but finds Max in the end. Out on the touchline, he was lucky to stay in there. Here's Marchino. Oh, poor pass from Marchino. Oh, really poor pass. Franks has picked it up. What a bust from the big prop, and then he throws a shocking pass. And France are looking wobbly at the moment, so are the Crusaders. It's Fritz with the ball now, and he's caught. And a maul forms around him. Oh, France, a good job here from France. And they're going to join it in here, and they're going to get a lot of room up. Look at the ground they just made then. Huge ground. Now they give it to Plonter, who goes beautifully storming forward. And frees out the back, looking for Michalak. He's lost him. And Corey Flynn has the ball. He gives it to Ellis. Whitelock. Oh, there's a huge gap here for a huge man. Oh, he had Guildford outside him. Carter goes back and picks it up, gives it to Todd. And Todd takes it to ground. Safe ball. Ellis off the back. He goes, Ellis! Oh, he was just about through, and he's knocked it on in the tackle from Plonter, who's had a good hand in today's match. Romano, out of anger, thumps it away, and Ellis thinks about what could have been there. He was almost gone. Oh, we won't see it. We'll see a poor executed replay. And Marchino will have the feed with 10 minutes to go. It is a 4-point ball game. France put in Marchino. Waits for it at the back. Slow coming. Picamol's looking for it for his halfback. Should be coming here for the French. Surely, yes. Here it is. Where's he going to go, Marchino? He goes short side. No fullback looks in place here for the Crusaders. Now one goes back. Oh, and Oradrago is through again in the half a hole. Nicely away for Fofana. Poor pass though, and it's gone way backwards. And Fruin has to go back trying to defend. In the end, Fofana's picked it up and goes forward another few metres. Strong centres from the French. And they still have the ball. Here's Dusatoir. Out to Maestri. Nicely for Picamol's giving it to Sampson. In centre field, full of forwards. Here's Marchino again. Fritz. Oh, straight through the middle goes Fritz. He's in a huge hole. And a great chance to get some points for France. That could be a match winner for them, and it's a big maul. Oh, look at this rucking here. Counter ruck, critical, and turnover. Here comes Todd. Out to Guildford. Great opportunity here for the Crusaders, and Guildford has thrown a... What was that? That pass was worse than bad. And this is half-break City with 30 seconds to go. Did he think the time was up? Because that was a really bad pass. Throw in, oh, straight to Whitelock. Away to Guildford. And he pops it, he pops it out the back, and Whitelock will run it into touch. Puts the boot to it, and the Crusaders have hung on to get a tough 14-10 victory over the international side from France. They did it the hard way, the Crusaders, but you have to put that credit down to the French defence. It was impressive through long stages, and then at the end they really started to look like they were getting into their game for France. They started to string some big passes, some big phases, and some offloads was really clicking, but they just left their run too late. The Crusaders getting 14 points through 2 tries, one for Todd and one for Guildford. Daniel Carter, well, the difference he makes, 2 from 2 from the tee. For France, 10 points for them. Oradrago with 1 try, Michalak with the conversion, and Michalak with the penalty as well. Contrasting things from half-time to full-time. Both sides adding over half their points, and look at that possession. France was at about 23% at half time, if I recall right, somewhere around the 20s, and now they win the second half with 53%. Territory wasn't their game, but boy, they can attack from anywhere, we know that, and they did. They come close, but the Crusaders just got that better first half. They had that early lead, and they hammered away for so long in that first half. The yellow cards, though, that was a big factor. 2 of them was, well, probably what let the French into the game, with 2 high tackles and 2 yellow cards. A lot of line breaks in the match, 13 altogether. It was a bit of a half-break saloon all through the match, and handling errors just about as high as the score, 14-7. Amazing stuff. And that will do us for this special one-off what-if match for iDubFlex HD. Hope you've enjoyed the fixture. The Crusaders hanging on to beat the French. A bit of an upset, something the Blues couldn't do earlier on in the season. So hope you have all enjoyed the match, and we hope to see you next time, wherever we may be. If you like the videos and you want to see some more, you can do 2 things. You can leave your own request, and I can play that out for you, and you can see that fully for yourself. And you can like the video and give it a fave and a share with your buddies, and that's great. It helps me out a lot. Good support for the series, and I know you guys like it. That's all awesome. So don't forget to subscribe if you've made a request, or if you just like the videos, so that you don't miss anything else that's coming up soon. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this match, and we will see you soon for the next episode of One Off What If. Thank you all for watching, and take care.